guys, and welcome to another FA dealership tutorial. I'm Tyler, and I'm going to be taking you through a new feature we have for the sales app today called the Quote Wizard. This is simply the tool that you're going to be using to quote a customer, and I'm going to show you how that works. So we're going to start from the home screen, and I'm going to come over to our apps menu and select the Quote Wizard. This is going to bring you to a menu. Here's our first step, the customer step. So what you're going to do here is either select a customer that already exists within your system, or you can create one here. So I've got a customer selected here, but let's say you wanted to create this person right here from the very start. You'd click this, create an account, and of course, just like you would enter them anywhere else, you're going to want to enter all their information there, and then hit save. And once you do that, it'll select your customer. So I'm going to go back to my customer here and move on to the next step now that I have him selected. Alright, so on this menu, on the inventory menu, we're going to select a boat that we're going to be assigning to this customer. So just like the last menu, we can either select an existing inventory and we can search that here, or we can create a new one. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a new one to show you guys what that would look like. Just go through here and build us a new Mackay. So I'm going to hit search, and creating this from scratch, I would just pick a couple options, all the options I'd want that boat to have, go through all these menus here, build the boat to their exact specifications. And once that's done, I'm just going to hit next. Right here is the trade menu. So if you've got no trade, then you can go ahead and hit the next button and completely skip this step. If not, you have two other options. You can come here to the search ACV and search an existing ACV form that's already been filled out. Or just like the other menus, you can create a new one here. And we actually have another video explaining how to use the ACV form. So if you are not familiar with that, go ahead and click over to that to watch this step. As far as this process goes, all you would do is hit create ACV, and then we'd move on to the next step. So the registration tab is going to be all about fees that are specific to your dealership. Hopefully you know these, and you can go ahead and enter them here. So let's say I'm going to enter in all those fees right there specific to our dealership, and then we'll go ahead and go to our next menu again. So that brings us to our quote preview. This is an overview of everything that you just did. The one important step here that you're going to want to do is select your state. That's going to calculate your sales tax for you, so you definitely don't want to miss that step. And then from there, we're going to move on to our quote page. So this is our quote page, and from here we can do a couple things. We can either print here, we can adjust our options. Let's say the customer wants to add board racks. You could go back and do that here, or negotiate. So right now we're going to want to negotiate this deal. So this is our negotiation page. This is kind of where you're getting into the bones of this deal. So I'm going to come down here and enter a discount on this boat that I'm going to give to this customer. So these details here, the trade allowance, trailer allowance, this would be if we had a trade, you would put that information in there. And then if we had selected trade earlier, the trade ACV would automatically come into this box here. But since we're going no trade on this customer, I'm going to skip the trade payoff and go to the down payment. So let's go roughly 10%. And you can see as we're doing this and as we're adjusting the discount, your deal margins are being affected in real time, and your commission can be seen in real time going up or down as you adjust those. So there's our down payment, $8,000, and let's give this guy a $599 rate. We're going to take that out for 20 years. So the last thing I wanted to show you on this page is a feature where if you kind of have a nosy customer that wants to come around and look at your screen as you're negotiating this deal, it simply is this toggle details button, and that's going to remove any information related to the allowance on the trade and the cost. So I'm going to hit that. You can see all that goes away, so you're not revealing any of that. And if you're done, we can just go ahead and hit renegotiate. And that'll take us back to our main page. So from here, we can do anything from print it, send it to a customer, The one thing I do want to show you here that's really important is just adjusting the status of this quote. So let's say the customer has accepted it. I'm just going to come down here and hit approved and save that. So once you do that, if this is actually the deal that you're going to use, it's gone through, everything's good, you're going to want to change that status to final. And all that's going to do is let your accounting team and F&I team know that this deal is done and this is the one that's going to be coming to them. So I'm going to hit save here. So once we have that status finalized, we can come up here, view our bill of sale. This is what would be sent to the customer or sent to the bank. You can print that down here, or you can go ahead and send it from there as well. And that should be it. So that's it for the Quote Wizard. If you want to learn some more specific details about different steps of the process, like the ACV page and the details of that, or the specifics of the quote page and how to fill out those details, we do have a couple of videos coming out about that. If not, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.